What's up, guys? It's your boy LordLunar Prime, aka the Water Twin, here on my title Mermail deck here on Aquafusion channel. I want to give a big shout out to Aquafusion for allowing me to come back on this channel. The first time I was on Aquafusion channel, I featured my Gigas deck profile. That annotation to that video will be here, and it'll be an annotation to Aquafusion channel here, guys. Saying that this will be a double post. You will see this video on my channel as well as Aquafusion channel. Alright, first thing first, I want to give a big shout out to Sharaj from Team United Ghost. He played in Ocea, Toronto this weekend, and he featured Mermail Abyssocea and a couple different tech cards that he used with that card to actually gain advantage throughout the whole entire tournament. So, needless to say, this deck list will be inspired by the cards he used, but this deck profile will not be brick from brick of his build. This will be my own personal spin on the deck. So, without further delay, guys, let's go ahead and jump right into the deck profile. Alright. First up, guys, we have one copy of Mermail Abyssleed. He's mainly in there for the muscle, guys. 3 copies of Mermail AbyssMegalo. Shiraz decided to play 2 copies of AbyssMegalo. I'm not sure why he decided to play 2 copies of Megalo, but I feel like 3 copies of Megalo are really, really needed in these days' time, saying that Dragoons is only at 1, guys. So we don't really have a lot of ways to search Megalo. So I feel like Megalo is very crucial to the deck. And not only do I play Abyss Sphere, I play 1 copy of Abyss Squall, so he's there to help me search for Abyss Squall also. Alright, move right along to the next card. We played 3 copies of Mermail Abyssteus. Mermail Abyssteus has grown to be, if not the most important card of the deck, especially in this build, guys, because he works so well with Mermail Abyssocea, searching her out, and Ocea using her ability to actually target this guy for her effect. So we're going to get more into that near the end of the video, guys. I'm going to show you a couple combos, and we'll get to him later. Let's have the facilitators of the deck. 1 copy of Mermail Abysstruge, 2 copies of Mermail Abysspike. Next, we have 3 copies of Mermail Abysslinde, or Linde, whatever you want to call it. She's pretty much a staple. 3 copies of Mermail Abysgunde. She has now shot from 2 copies to 3, guys. Seeing that Monster Reborn has been hit off the ban list, is on the ban list, I felt like that Mermail Abysgunde was an excellent choice to go to 3, seeing that this deck has really turned for the Mermail side of things, because I'm actually playing more Mermails in this deck. So I feel like Mermail Abyssgunde is actually really, really important in this deck now. So that's Mermail Abyssgunde. And we play 1 copy of Mermail Abyssocea. Alright, guys, since she's pretty much new to the deck, we're going to give her a quick read. Alright. She is a level 3 aqua effect monster, 1100 attack, 1900 defense. You can target 1 mermaid monster you control, special summon any number of level 4 mermaid monsters from your deck whose combined levels are less than or equal to the level of that monster. Then send that monster to the graveyard. You can only use the effect of Mermail Abyssocea once per turn, guys. So that's why I was saying, like, Tez can actually search her from the deck, and then what you do, you summon Mermail Abyssocea, and then you use her effect by targeting Mermail Abyssteus to spam at least 2 mermaid monsters from your deck to the field, guys. But like I said, we'll touch more on that a little bit later. On to the Atlantean side of the deck, we have 1 copy of Atlantean Dragoons. Sadly say, he got hit by the ban list. It really has slowed the Mermail deck down, but it's still a powerful deck. We have 3 copies of Atlantean Marksman. Seeing that Diva got hit to 1, guys, I feel like Diva has really lost her relevance in the deck. The Diva at 1 is not going to do anything, especially following behind that. Dragoons is at 1, so the main way to search Diva, if I didn't have her, was Dragoons, and he's at 1, then she's at 1. It's kind of like an iffy thing, so I just went ahead and just dropped the Diva altogether and just added 1 more Atlantean Marksman to actually combat the meta, seeing that it's going to be a heavy back row format. So that's my whole reason for playing triple Marksman, guys. To back up the triple Marksman, we have triple heavy infantry. Heavy infantry was added at 3 during the last format with dragons and spellbooks and things like that, guys. He's just really just too good, guys. He pops a face-up card on the board whenever he discarded by effect of water monster. You can't ask for much more than that, guys. Alright, moving right along, we played 3 copies of Title. title has increasingly become more important for OTKs in this build, and he still sets up for crazy rank 7 seed plays. So that's title, guys. Next, we have 2 tech copies of Aqua Spirit. Aqua Spirit is also used in the combo with Mermail Abyssteus and Mermail Abyss, guys. She actually will allow you to get into Bahamut Shard, and then you use Bahamut Shard to get into Mermail Abyssstrike. But like I said, we're going to touch a little bit more on her. And since she's new to Mermails, I'm going to give her a quick read, guys. Aqua Spirit is a level 4 Aqua Effect monster. 1600 attack, 1200 defense. This card can only be special summoned by removing 1 water monster from your graveyard from play. As long as this card remains face up on the field during each of your opponent's standby phase, you can change the battle position of one of your opponent's face up monster cards. Once changed, that must remain in that position for the rest of the turn. Alright, guys, to me, Aqua Spirit, she's a phenomenal card. It's actually not my first time actually playing with Aqua Spirit. I used to play with her back in 2003 and on up, guys, until she just lost her relevance. But Aqua Spirit is a phenomenal card. I mainly used her back in the day to actually get over like stuff like pesky cards, like they have a Genzo on board. I just summon Aqua Spirit. In my turn, they go their turn, I just turn Genzo defense position, and they can't change it. And then I end up killing Genzo because his defense was weak. So that's the whole thing about Aqua Spirit. Next, we have the only tuner in the deck for right now is a Fishboard Archer, guys. He's actually new to Mermails. He just came out in Judgment of the Light. Since he's new to Mermails, we're going to give him a quick read also, guys. Alright, he's a level 3 fish tuner, 300 attack, 300 defense. If this card's in your graveyard, you control no monsters. During either of your main phase, you can discard 1 water monster to special summon this card from your graveyard. But destroy all water monsters you control at the beginning of this turn's battle phase, except all water monsters. You can only use the effect of Fishboard Archer once per turn. Alright, guys, so needless to say, he's there to set up synchro plays, XYZ plays, and he sets off the effects of all the Atlanteans, guys. So that's the whole thing behind Fishboard Archer. On for the hand traps, we play 2 copies of Maxi and 2 copies of Effect Veiler, guys, to handle the meta right now. That's it for the monsters. On to the spell and traps. We play 3 copies of Abyssphere, Searching by Megalo. This card is just way too good, guys. So, you know we have to play it at 3. My tech copy of Abyss Squall. Seeing this, we have a more Mermail feel for the deck, guys. I just feel like Abyss Squall is just really, really important, guys. I just feel like he's important for pushes. And even though you may side it out game 2, but I just feel like it's just so relevant game 1 that it's just too important, guys. So that's my whole thing behind Squall. And the only 3 spells we play in this deck, guys, we have double MST and Dark Hole. It's really nothing new to Mermails. I only played 3 spells last format, which was Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, and Dark Hole anyway. So since they took the Monster Reborn and Heavy Storm, just added the 2 MSTs, guys. So no real big change there. If you keep it simple, you'll be alright. Alright, on to the extra deck. We played 2 copies of Mermail Abysgaios, Walking Skill Drain, 1 Drago Sack, 1 number 11 Big Eye, and that's all the rank 7s that I do play. On to the rank 4s. We have 1 copy of Bahamut Shard, which he has got really, really important during this deck too. We play 1 copy of Steel Swarm Roach. I opted to put in the Steel Swarm Roach because seeing as agents are back and Fernies are back, and then plants are back, so to say, with the Dragon Rulers, I just feel like Steel Swarm Roach has a stun factor already built in against those decks. So that's my whole reason for playing Steel Swarm Roach. Even though Steel Swarm Roach does not stop the Dragon Rulers, it just stopped the Breed Dragon, the Lone Fire Blossom, all that. I mean, not Lone Fire Blossom, but the synchro aspect of the deck. So that's my whole thing. Run Steel Swarm Roach. Play 1 copy of Abyss Dweller. 1 guy got Cowboy. 1 mech equipped Engineer. This is pretty much a new card to the deck also, guys, so if you don't mind, give him a quick read also, because he's very important to the deck right now. He's a rank 3 Fairy XYZ effect monster, 1800 attack, 1000 defense. Take 2 level 3 monsters. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach material from this card to target 1 face-up attack position monster you control. Changes to face-up defense position. If you do, it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects, guys. So this card is actually really, really good. We'll see him in a couple minutes, guys. Alright, moving right along. We play 2 copies of Mermail Abysstrike due to the fact that we play Mermail Abyssocea. 1 copy of Wind of Zenmans. Onto the Synchros, we play 1 copy of Crimson Blader, 1 copy of Gunneer Dragon of the Ice Bear, and 1 copy of Black Rose, guys. Alright, that rounds up the main board. Now we're going to go ahead and step into the combo side of the deck, guys. With to show you guys how things actually work out with Teus, and Ocea and Aqua Spirit, guys. And any other water monster. It really don't really matter. You have any other water monster. As long as you have these 4 cards, well, you ain't gonna really have this in hand. I'm sorry, guys. As long as you have it really only takes these 2 cards in hand and any other water monster. It really doesn't matter. It don't have to be title. So let's go ahead and, guys, play it out. Alright, so let's say if you summon Mermail Abyssteus in defense position, you go ahead and ditch title to the graveyard to search out Mermail Abyssocea. Alright, you know I'm summoning Mermail Abyssocea, guys. Activate her effect, target Mermail Abyssteus. Then you're going to special summon mermail monsters that equal up to Teus' level, equal to or less than. The 2 monsters that I like to go ahead and pull out the deck is Mermail Abysspike and Mermail Abysslinde. Alright, guys, so you go ahead and summon these 2, and then Teus is automatically sent to the graveyard due to Ocea's effect. Alright, so that's what your board will look like after the Mermail Abyssocea effect resolves. I think, matter of fact, I'm more than sure that Mermail Abysspike misses timing on his effect. I'm not sure if you can discard or not, but I know for a fact that he missed timing actually to get his effect to add a mermail monster. But you might be able to discard for its cost. So I'm not sure about that. But moving right along, guys. Alright, now it goes into Aqua Spirit. This is where Aqua Spirit comes into play, guys. You're going to go ahead and special summon Aqua Spirit to the field by removing, let's go ahead and move title. You move title from grave and actually get to search another title from his effect back to your hand. So you're not really losing anything with that, guys. So your graveyard only has Mermail Abyssteus in it. Then you're going to go ahead and stack for a Bahamut Shark. Then you're going to use these 2 to go ahead and stack for the Mecha Equipped Engineer. Funny name. Alright, guys. So now you see how the combo pretty much works out. Now you see the relevance of Aqua Spirit. She's just basically there as another 4-star monster that can be easily brought out just by banishing 1 water monster. Then you're going to go ahead and use Bahamut Shark's effect to special summon Mermail Abysstrike. Alright? Now, this is why Engineer is so important. During your opponent's next turn, Bahamut Shark already creates pressure for your opponent, because if he doesn't handle the Bahamut Shark, you're just going to special summon another Mermail Abysstrike. Alright, guys, so if your opponent pass turn, your opponent try to dark hole your field, you just go ahead and detach. The first card, keep this in mind, the first card you detach with Engineer, you probably want to detach Linde, so that way if anything happens to your board, let's say your opponent dark holes, you just go ahead and detach for his effect, target Bahamut Shark. Bahamut Shark then goes into defense position. Dark hole resolves. These goes to the graveyard. Mermail Abysstrike's effect activates, which brings back Mermail Abysslinde. Alright? And it still keeps pressure on the board, because Bahamut Shark can't be destroyed by battle. And if they hit land, you're just going to go ahead and get a Megalo to the board, or Lead to the board, any mermail that you want to the board. Alright, guys? So that's how that lock pretty goes. And then once your opponent passes the initiative back to you, you're just going to detach for Bahamut Shark and just press summon another Mermail Abysstrike, which creates another soft lock, guys. So that's my whole thing behind the combo with Teus and Ocea. I actually like the combo. It's pretty decent. All right, I'm gonna go back, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and backtrack back to the combo. We're gonna look at it again, guys. This time we're just gonna look at a couple different cards that we actually would need in hand to actually do a lot of damage on the board. It doesn't really require much, guys. It just requires Teus, title, any kind of water monster will do. It doesn't really matter, guys. So we're going to go ahead and look at this combo. All right, just like all the rest of the combos, you're going to go ahead and start with Teus. You're going to spend some Teus and discard. Let's say you discard Dragoons to the graveyard. All right, to search for Mermail Abyssocea. With Dragoons, you're going to go ahead and add another water monster in your hand. So we just add Mega Oil. Alright. So you're going to go ahead and summon Mermail Abyssocea like you did before. Use effect, target test. You're going to special summon Pike and Lynn from the deck to the field. Go ahead and test is then sent to the graveyard. So you have 2 waters in grave, guys. And with that being done, guys, you're still holding title in hand. If your opponent has nothing in the back row, no cards in the back row, let's say you had Drew into MST, the little 1 back row they had, and they didn't have too much on board. Dragon plants are pretty good for this because they'll just put out the card trooper or whatever and just sit behind that. So you just go ahead and remove the 2 water monsters in your grave, the Teds and the Dragoons, and you just go ahead and special summon title. Now look at all this damage you have on board. Even if your opponent has a face-up card trooper, guys, it's really not going to do much. And then if your opponent has nothing, this is still a lot of damage, guys. Look at this damage. You're still getting in too much damage for your opponent to really do anything. I mean, they can come back at you with something, but it's not going to be much. All right, guys. So that's another thing I wanted to point out, guys. Even if you had Aqua Spirit, guys, you still want to go ahead and get max damage when you attack. So that way you don't have to work that hard. And like I said, you do play the Gaga Cowboy. So it's not going to be hard to even get even more extra damage. And if you want to, go ahead and stack from Mega Engineer. And look, Cowboy detaches. That's an 800. Then they try to do something to Cowboy, which I seriously doubt they do. You can detach with Engineer and he stays. And then you just burn it for 8 more. I'm pretty sure that it might kill him. I'm not sure because I'm not really doing the math right now. But, you know, just be wary of the combos that you have on board before you go ahead and stack plays. Alright, so this brings my deck profile to an end, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I want to say thanks again to Aquafusion for allowing me to come back on this channel. And I'm Water Twin, guys. Peace.